John, do you really think your family is going to like me? Of course they will. And if they don't, well, they eventually will. You're my wife, Eva. John, that's not how family drama works. If they don't like me, it's gonna be hell. You women can never get along, can you? What is that supposed to mean? Eva and Jonathan had been together for about 2 years. They met at work, one of those sparks that somehow turned into a full-blown wildfire. Eva grew up in the city, modern, stylish, not religious at all, but with a secret Disney addict side that still hoped a prince would swoop in someday. And then there was Jonathan, sweet, polite, perfectly small town, with manners that made her heart skip like a skipping record. He'd swept her off her feet in the kind of old-fashioned chivalrous way that she'd only seen in movies. They had just recently married, and now Jonathan wanted her to meet his family back home in his small town. Eva felt a twinge of nervousness. Introductions might be a little late, but there was no turning back now. Luckily, Jonathan had never doubted it would be fine. He trusted his parents would like the woman he loved. So, with her bags packed, they set off toward his family home. The road ahead, winding into the unknown quiet of small-town life. The drive into Jonathan's hometown felt like entering another world. Nothing but endless cornfields stretched on either side of the road, dotted with crooked scarecrows staring blankly into the sky. The nearest town was a gas station, a doctor's office, and a supermarket called Mall, an hour away. It was quiet, sweet and relaxing, though a pace of life Eva had never known in the city. As they turned into the gravel driveway of the family home, the front door burst open. Jonathan's family rushed out. "Johnny, my boy!" "There he is. Haven't seen you in ages." "Johnny, finally, you didn't call, you didn't..." Eva stayed in the car a moment longer, tying her scarf, and then everyone froze. "Who's this, Johnny?" Jonathan stepped forward quickly. "Ma, this is Eva, my wife." Eva's mother-in-law stayed silent, scanning her carefully. His younger sister, Tabitha, practically shrieked, "You did what? What?" Her father-in-law chuckled kindly. "Well, hello, Eva. Welcome. Don't worry, you're one of us now." Eva felt a flicker of tension. As they headed inside, she nudged Jonathan. "She doesn't like me. She melts easy. Just go talk to her and call her Ma. Ma, Ma." Inside, Eva spotted the table laden with John's favorite dishes. She seized the moment. "Wow, Ma. You made a feast. You gotta teach me." Her mother-in-law softened instantly, a warm smile blooming. "Really? Of course, dear." She launched into a story about one dish, how John used to eat it when he was a boy. Eva helped her in the kitchen, glancing back at John who gave her an encouraging thumbs up. Dinner went well. The family seemed to like her, and Eva liked them too, but she noticed little oddities. Before eating, they all held their hands and prayed, "Dear Lord, bless this food and our family. Amen." The next day, Eva saw more peculiarities, for scolded Tabitha for being home at 6. "Why are you late, girl? Don't you know the hour?" I was just... You mustn't wonder. Evil eyes can see everything." Later, Eva was in the kitchen looking for sugar. She lifted a pot and found a string of beads. "Not that one, dear." Eva noticed beads placed carefully around the house. "It's for protection." Eva shrugged, brushing it off. The family was overly religious, overly superstitious, but it wasn't her problem. Until it was her problem. 3 days later, Jonathan got a call from work. "Eva, work emergency. I need to head back to the city for a week. I promise. I'll be back before you even know it." "Wait, a week? Here? Me alone with your family?" "Don't worry, you'll be fine." And just like that, he was gone, leaving Eva in the quiet of his small town home. And for the first time, Eva felt the sharp sting of being out of place and bored. Trying to make the best of it, Eva turned to Tabitha, his younger sister. "So, you ever had a boyfriend? Friends?" "Boyfriend? Friends? I don't really do those things." "What? You're 17, of course you've hooked up with a guy." "Hook up? Why would I want a guy to put a hook in me?" Eva stared. They laughed awkwardly. Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. I wouldn't want a guy to put a hook in me either. City people are weird. They really do that to women up there? You're lucky Mom didn't teach Johnny to do things like that. 10 out of 10. Definitely lucky. Eva tried to lighten the mood. "Come on, let's drive to the nearest city. Maybe go shopping. Have a girls' day out." "I can't. I'd have to ask Mother. Women shouldn't be out after dark anyways. Evil eyes, it's dangerous." Eva realized she was completely alone, trapped in the house with only the quiet, the cornfields, and Tabitha's fearful eyes staring back at her. After 8, the house finally fell silent. Eva lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening to the faint creaks of the old floorboards and the wind brushing the cornfields outside. Everyone else was asleep. She couldn't. She felt restless, trapped, and more than a little curious about the secrets this house might be hiding. Slipping out of her room, she wandered through the hallways. The old wooden boards groaned under her feet. At the far end of the house, she noticed a door slightly ajar. It looked like it led to a storage room. Pushing it open, she stepped inside. The room smelled of dust and old wood. There were trinkets piled haphazardly on shelves, a small box in the corner, and an album leaning against it. Eva's pulse quickened. She picked up the box and the album, carrying them back to her room like a treasure. Sitting on the bed, she stared. She started flipping through the photos. She recognized her mother-in-law, her father-in-law, Tabitha, and even Jonathan as a chubby, mischievous kid. But then she saw her, another girl. She appeared over and over. In every season, every holiday, every family gathering. Eva frowned. Who was this? This wasn't exactly a family album. It didn't feel like family pictures at all. Somehow it felt like a collection of someone else's life. Someone she didn't know. Inside the box, she found a small locked jewelry box, then a scratched wooden panel. Squinting at the panel, she realized, is this an Ouija board? Eva laughed, shaking her head. A childhood game? Really? Still, she couldn't resist. Lighting a couple of candles, she put the board in front of her, and with the slightest smirk, called out sarcastically, "Is anyone there?" For a long moment, nothing happened. Then the planchette twitched. Slowly, deliberately, it spelled O-P-E-N. Eva froze. Moved again. Open. Her heart thumped. Open? Open what? She picked up the little jewelry box. No key. Frustrated, she grabbed a hairpin and, after some struggle, managed to pry it open. Inside, nothing. What a waste of time. She sighed, dropping it back into the box. Then the candles blew out in an instant. The room fell into unnatural silence. Eva felt it, the hair on her arms prickling, a cold draft creeping over her. She scrambled to turn on the light. Nothing. Shaking her head, she murmured, "It's nothing, just my imagination." She shoved everything back under the bed and crawled under the blanket, still feeling the lingering tension. The house was quiet again, but Eva couldn't shake the feeling that something had watched her. Eva drifted into a restless sleep. Then, sometime around the middle of the night, there was a soft creak of the door opening. Someone stepped in. A presence settled beside her on the bed. She felt it before she saw it. A warm breath on her shoulder. Eva. Half asleep, she squinted through the darkness. "John, you're back?" The figure shifted closer. "I couldn't stay away from you. What happened to work? Your boss gave you off just like that?" "Work can wait. I needed you." The night blurred. When she woke, the details were hazy. Morning came too quickly. Eva sat up alone. Jonathan wasn't there. She looked in the mirror and froze. Red marks streaked her neck and shoulder. Jonathan really went overboard, didn't he? She wrapped a scarf around her neck, hoping no one would notice. At breakfast, the family seemed normal, cheerful even. "You look a little under the weather. Are you okay?" "I'm fine. Where's John?" "What do you mean?" "He left for work yesterday." "But he came back last night." They all exchanged glances. Tabitha tilted her head. "You must have been dreaming." "Sit, have breakfast." Eva ate slowly, mind spinning. Was it really a dream? Her memory was foggy, but it felt real, too real. Back in her room, she removed the scarf. Bruises appeared in places she didn't notice before. Her stomach twisted. This can't be a dream.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.